Hello, brother.
I'm good.
How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Welcome to my channel.
It's my pleasure.
Guys, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Harry Tigansa Jingina, and the channel you're watching is Experience Africans, and we love to share the experience of Africans both home and abroad. Today I have with me, can you tell us your name?
Actually, my name is Adebayo Richard Babatunde.
Okay, Adebayo Richard Babatunde. Thank you for gracing my channel. Today I'll be asking you a few questions regarding your life in Dubai, how you came to Dubai, and how Dubai has treated you so far so good. So first of all, I'll ask you, when did you arrive in Dubai?
I think I came to Dubai on the 2nd of December 2020.
Wow. How did you get into Dubai?
Actually, Dubai, basically, with my experience, I know it's a tourist country. I came for a business trip.
Okay.
I came for some business connection, but along the line, I think I need to do some courses in Bosch and SIRA as a security professional.
Okay.
So I think the way to go about it is to not just to do the course, to add my experience to the country. Having gotten experience in Nigeria, work in the port as a security, work in the oil industry as a security. So I think it's going to be added advantage to UAE. Okay. That is why I tried to work up to some security company. And I think when I woke up to them, the first company I woke up to was in Abu Hill. And they admire my height, 6.2. I was weighty, about 103 weight. But the condition they gave me was like, okay, you don't have SIRA. Talking about this SIRA, I've heard about SIRA far back in Nigeria when I was with oil company. It's called DPR.
Okay.
That is Department of Petroleum Resources.
Yeah.
So I think if I'm going to stay like a year in Dubai, or even 3 months in Dubai, I'd like to have that SIRA because like a week course from my experience, and maybe apply for Bosch so that I will add to my profile, go back to Nigeria and make life meaningful for my fellow colleague and have my own company, security company, safety company and stuff like that. But it was another ball game entirely. Right from the day the man told me, I came with Dubai with $600. I was okay. I got an apartment for myself. Luckily enough, again, through a Nigerian friend, I was directed to another company in Ariga. Okay. But basically, my experience in Dubai is wide. From the second up to the present day I'm having this interview. Today is 7th of May.
That's practically 2 years and 5 months.
It's a very, very funny experience. But one thing I know, like people used to say the secret of men are in their story. Mm-hmm. This story today has made me strong. And I know that Dubai, I'll be an investor because it's a land of opportunity and privileges for those that actualize it. But reverse was the case when I came in. So actually I woke up to this company in Ariga. It was through a Nigerian friend, they're trying to be very smart, and that is why I think we in Nigeria need to be straight with each other. The way they do everything, I was like manipulated. I began to hear some funny languages. You need to pay for visa, you need to pay visa deposit. I was like, one of the things is this, where actually I was having money with me, $100, I converted it to dirham. It was close to like 2,000 dirham. Yeah. That was the experience started from. To get the SIM card, the guy asked 100 dirham from me. Wow. I was like, man, to get a SIM card,
something you can get for 5 grams.
I was very surprised because I don't know, then the value is like, then again, it's actually, we are going to pay like a visa, we are going to pay visa deposit. I begin to like, because that was on the 8th. I came in on the 2nd, on the 8th, I begin to like, let me just get the job that is related to my field. Basically, I'm a shipping person. Yeah. I work in the ports, I do logistics. I do haulage, but security is like something that has been part of me. While in the university, I did it for 3 years as a front desk, work in the manufacturing company, work in the law firm. So it's something I wanted to like have my own and have people that will engage and dispatch to different organizations. Okay. So that's the reason why I needed to do that SIRA. When I get to this company, they asked me, I had to give them like 3,000. They were telling me that if visa deposit is 6,500. I was like, what do they mean by this visa deposit? And we're going to do visa for you, but you need to pay.
Regarding visa, are you aware that you're not supposed to pay for your visa in Dubai?
Actually, I'm not really aware.
Have you ever heard of it?
When I came in, I was not aware because I was leave.
Because in Dubai, it is said that your employer is supposed to procure your visa. And your employer is not even supposed to have your passport, is not supposed to have anything regarding to, because your passport is a national property.
Exactly.
But most people don't even know. So when you get employed, it's supposed to be an agreement which you have to write and sign and give your employer, if you have to submit your documents, that you signed that, okay, I wish my documents to remain with you. If it's a form of security for the employer that you should have. Did you, or were you ever aware of these factors?
At all, you know, and I think from this point of view, that is where the Nigerian need to give us a kind of more orientation about these facts.
Okay.
Because a lot of people are being blindfolded. They are not well informed about these facts you just bring up.
Okay.
I was not really aware, and I was like skeptical when the issue come up. But the fellow Nigerian that took me there, I think it was just after his own interest.
All right.
Because basically he was pushing me, okay, you don't have half of the money, how much do you have? I said, I had a 1,009. He said, no problem, give them the 1,009. Later on, we'll be balancing the money.
Okay.
Along the line, I got to know that the guy took 500 naira from me.
500 dirhams.
Dirhams. And he gave the company 1,004.
So we sell ourselves so cheaply.
That is it.
The issue is that we are not watching out for ourselves. I've been here in UAE. Practically, like I said, I came a year before you. When I came, I had good orientation because I had somebody who was able to put me through before searching for a job. So in that process, I knew how to search for a job. I got so many opportunities. There was a time I had to travel all the way to Sports City for a job. I got the job. I got there. They told me I have to pay some certain amount of money. I came back. I told the guy who was mentoring me, this is what they said I should pay. And he told me, he said, no, if anybody can offer you a job, he doesn't need money from you. So
very good one.
I didn't take that. Then another one came. I was supposed to be offshore because I had already done the training, because when I came, he gave me an offer to work with him in his place. So I worked with him for a period of time as like a part-time job. I was just doing, okay, my marketing. If I get a sale, I get a percentage out of it. So I was working with him, and then he said, you need to get a job, but you need to do this training, security training like you did. I also did it. You know? Okay. So after doing my security training, I was looking for a job. This company now offered me, okay, I'll be offshore. I'll work for a security company, but there is a certification I need to get. And when I got to the office, it was not a coincidence. I met another guy who was already in the office by that morning. And what he told me was like, he also came for the interview. Being a curious person, the kind of person I am, when I saw him, I felt, no, if they told me to come this time and they told this guy to come this time, maybe okay, maybe just the two of us were selected. But when he went in and came out, and I asked him, how did it go? He said, no, I don't have SIRA, so they're not giving me the job. And he left out. My mind skipped. But I had SIRA already. So I went inside and I told them, okay, they asked me, do you have SIRA? I said, yes. They said, but you need to get this certification. I said, how much does it cost? They told me 3,000 dirhams. And I said, why do you need 3,000 dirhams from me? They said, for me to get this certification, I need 3,000. I said, do I need to undergo a training? They said, no, we can provide it for you. That sent a red flag to me, and I refused to apply for that. At the moment when I went home, because I was so curious, I needed to get a job, and the offer, the salary was so good, I went home and I was thinking of how to get that money for them. But at the long run, when I looked at it, I said, okay, they said they will show me some certifications they are giving some people. They showed me certificates. And I was like, okay, if these people have been certified, why are their certificates still lying here? Do you know? So when I left, and I realized that it was a gameplay. The person who came earlier before me, he wasn't an African national, but it was a setup for me to believe that it's because he doesn't have this certification. That's why they are not giving him the job. So you have experienced this in Dubai, and you have been able to work for a company. My question to you is, what did you go through? Was it really worth paying all the things you paid for?
Actually, let me just come in. The bottom line is, as a matter of fact now, I'm off the company now, because our initial agreement was not really adhered to. Like the certification you made mention about, the company did not send me for the course.
You paid for it by
yeah,
yourself.
I paid for it. The total money I paid for was 6,500.
Yeah.
So it's going to be my visa fee, and within 6 months, I will be sent for that same course, which is called SIRA course.
Yeah.
And my offer letter, it was there that normally after a year I will go for my normal leave. Actually, it's not been easy because when you came, salary was 1,200. From the 1,200, they put us in a very...
That's 1,200 with accommodation.
Yeah, with accommodation and transportation. Okay. It's a very pathetic situation. The accommodation was like, you have like 9 people
to a room.
You know, to a room, 3, 6, 9, 12. You know, it's a
12 people.
Yeah, it's like a cage. But what to do? From the 1,002, they will remove 300. You know, you get like 900. The salary does not come on time. They had 1 month salary down. The second month salary will be paid towards the 3rd month. But what to do? Since one has signed an agreement, and you must make sure you pass the probation period. I was able to pass the probation period. You know, I did night. From night, I was shifted today. I happened to become a team leader where I was posted to. I think my performance was very outstanding. When it's time for me to go for my leave.
It seems when we come here as Africans, we perform better than we perform at home.
Yeah, because where I was working, I think they brought like 6 Pakistani. None of them were able to stand in the location because it's a mall, it's a supermarket. Yeah. It's 12 hours. We stand average of, let's say, 10 hours. Your break is 1 hour. You have to stand, change your position, stand at the main entrance, go to the back entrance, go to the supermarket, you patrol around the basement. So at the end of the day, it's not, and most of this Pakistan, Asia, they don't have that strength to stand. So it was Africa that was in charge of that supermarket because of the tediousness of the job. They end up giving us a bus card, even our own bus card. Is what we were using to go to work. I've never seen such experience in my life. You have to use your money, load your bus card and go to work. I have an issue with my supervisor. Excuse me, this is the bus card I bought for myself. If you guys are not using your car to carry us to work, then get us the bus card and load it. It was a very big issue. That even when I'm off, my bus card will be given to somebody that will come and relieve me. For you to even go your off, you have to apply for it. For like 3 good months, I worked at a stretch, there was no off. You know, but I passed my probation. After the probation again, 6 months, you know, when time reached to go for my leave, that was when the issue started. You're trying to this and that. I apply ahead of time. Now I go for my leave. My salary was not paid. December salary was not paid. My leave was to be on January. December salary was not paid, and they were still owing 1 month salary, which is November salary. And I told them, I want to travel, see my family, and do 1 or 2 things. The salary was not paid. That was when I began to have issue with them.
Okay. In your overall experience as an African, are you thinking that this thing was done to you because you're African, or this thing was done to you because the system allows for it to happen?
Actually, basically,
because most of us, when we look at this, we say, they do this because we are Africans. But is it because you're African, or is it because the system does not checkmate all these issues?
Yeah, I think that's a very good question. One, you know, the system is not really in place. Because from my information as a security, according to the regulatory body, one's supposed to have a SIRA, because after my experience, I've gone to companies that say, no, we need to do SIRA for you before you got employed. But this company, I approached them, I was there for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, there was no SIRA. So if they have a system that is not compromising and they're doing their job very well, they ought to know that a guard in a particular location for 6 months without SIRA is working and is working without SIRA. At least they will checkmate.
You work all this period of time, no SIRA?
Yeah, that is why I told them after my leave, I have a week to complete my leave. You guys, you send me for SIRA. If you don't send me for SIRA, don't post me to any location. They were telling me it is within their jurisdiction to send me for SIRA. I said, look, this is not our agreement. And the money I was to pay, I've paid all the money. So I have to call labor then. Labor intervened and they told me, okay, go to the next location, we'll see what we'll do. So they gave me 500 dirham to go to the next location. That was on February 12th.
Of which year?
Of this year.
Okay.
So that was where we had issue. Labor came in, they just gave me, and the real leave allowance, as I'm talking to you now, I've not been paid. Wow. So the issue is, that one is one. Then as an African, they have this special, special nepotism or sentiment for Africa. Because I knew, even when I was transferred to where I was transferred to, I was in that place in Al-Quds, and fellow Pakistani came there and did this SIRA course.
Okay.
You understand? So I think the government are not really checkmating most of these security companies. They are taking advantage of people in terms of labor, in terms of facility, in terms of structures. They abuse people's rights.
Okay. You have been abused.
Yeah.
Or misused.
Yes.
And you have taken an art of approaching the right channel by going to labor to complain. Right?
Yeah.
I would say you've done it all. But I want to ask you, if you were to advise somebody who is coming from home, because every day we publish on our Instagram, our Facebook, how life is so rosy here, and everybody from home is thinking of leaving Africa to come here. What would you advise somebody who does not know Dubai or does not know UAE as whole and is thinking of relocating from UAE to this place? What would be your advice?
See, my advice is, there's nowhere like home.
Certainly.
Irrespective of a bad government, irrespective of mismanagement of our resources, it's good to do your findings. It's good to do your research very well before you leave. Because one thing is, you have to consider so many things. Dubai is not a place you come, I think you will get the job like that. So we have so many agents who are not sincere. I was here, I've had people calling me, I want to call. Actually, as a matter of fact, my own brother came last year, when he came around April 28th. But when you see the way the environment is, he left on the 11th of May. Because it's not everybody that can withstand the situation. Somebody like us are here because we have network of business in Nigeria. We have something we do that keep us going, not just Dubai. Like this company I am now, December, my leave allowance was not paid. When I was transferred, January salary was not paid, February salary was not paid. I was top work on March 8th this year, where I was transferred to. Just basically, a supplier gave me an egg as a PR, and I had the supplier to sign it, and at least for a security personnel to be sure, and he signed it in the presence of the receiver. And when I was going home as a security, I showed to my colleague, which we worked together in Jumeirah one before I was transferred to Ajan. I showed him, he said, what this, blah, blah, blah. The next thing, he took the picture I sent to my supervisor. And when he sent to the supervisor...
Was that a racial thing? You think they envied you or something?
That is just it, because this same guy, after the Ramadan, I just felt bad, because it's not as if I've gotten different offer, but based on the rule, because as an educated person, I don't want to take the law to my hand. I don't want to take any job now, because I know I'm still on the visa and the case is still pending. And one thing about this company, they have this antecedent that after you paid that 6,500 for them, they will tell you after 1 year you'll be giving 1,008. So when time now comes for you to collect that 1,008, so they'll be looking for opportunity to stampede you. Yeah, it's a system.
It's a system that works for them.
Yeah.
You stay for a period of time. When you're due for your entitlements, they push you out so they get new people.
Thank you. Because the new people that come now, they will get visa deposit from them. The balance of the visa money, they'll be reducing it and they'll be paying them less. Okay. So the old people now, they're supposed to be
actually illegal for you to pay for it.
Yeah, because when I approach labor, I really want to appreciate the system of this UAE. Normally, in the government, there is no perfect system.
Yes.
You can never get 100 perfect system.
But UAE tries to.
At least UAE try, because the other time I complained,
you can get justice.
Yes,
fight for it.
yeah, because they called my company and they were shocked. They were telling me, okay, you reported us to labor and blah blah blah. Okay, now I'll call them now to remove the name and do this and do that. I said, look, me, I don't want to take this matter to court. But when you people are trying to like intimidate me, leave allowance you did not pay, and you're trying to like say I should go to another location without me being paid, how do you want me to live? You want me to be begging? You want me to be stealing? These are what I'm entitled to. I'm going to another location.
You have served.
Yeah. So
you
labor
should
is
pay
yeah.
the
So when
wages.
labor now came in and they know that okay, we take you to another place, go and air that place before they now do. Since that first incident, they've been having a cage against me because people have been having this experience, but they are afraid to take the next step. And labor, like, they were fair. When this also happened now, labor advised them, and labor called me on conference call with 90 minutes with the HR, and they were asking some questions. How am I paid? Is it by bank or by hand?
Because
I told them by hand.
through a WPS system. The government has a WPS system where your wages, your minimum wages are paid through the WPS system, which is a constant. Because if at a date that system is not paid, they owe you a certain percentage extra of your salary. But because we don't know, and because I'm not saying the system is corrupt, but I'm just trying to say that there's a lot of laxity in some kind of organizations that we who are job seekers, we just come here looking for jobs and we take different kind of jobs.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people who are here who are doing jobs that naturally, for me, I think the Gulf country, not all the Gulf country, but UAE as a country, is a country that likes justice.
Yeah.
They have a system put in place,
of course, to correct all those.
They have a system put in place to make everybody's life much better, interesting and better. You know, when you come here to work, there is a system. But because we always boycott the system, and it's not just that we boycott, we have made it a tradition that it is boycott. Because when they say you have to have SIRA to work in a security company, people go and get into a security company without a SIRA, with the promise of a SIRA at the end of the day. And there are a lot of people that are actually wearing the uniform, working as security, they're not securities.
Yeah.
Because they have no training.
Of course.
But if you have gone through the training and you get a job with your certification, it means that you know the job. Yeah. So if there's any kind of laxity, it's because we have also permitted it.
To allow to happen.
To happen. So I would like to say, in a nutshell, you've told us your experience. Whoever is coming should make a simple research, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'd like to get your last words from you regarding getting employed in Dubai. What should one watch out for?
Actually, from my experience, you know, Dubai, it's a, you know, in economy, we have underdeveloped, we have developing, and we have developed country or economy. You know, with my experience in Dubai is not yet developed. Dubai is still developing.
Certainly.
So it requires a technical people. So if somebody is coming to Dubai, I would advise be technically inclined so that you can be relevant.
For you, if you have somebody who's coming to Dubai, what reality will you tell the person?
Just as you said, somebody who is coming to Dubai, you should know your purpose of coming. You know, it's very unfortunate that a lot
not
of
only Dubai, UAE, because
all UAE, of course. If you are coming to UAE, but just because Dubai is a center of attraction and center of excellence to the UAE, so a lot of people think Dubai. But if you are coming to UAE generally, you should have a purpose and know what you are coming to do. Because if you don't have a purpose and you don't have an ambition, you might end up wasting your time, wasting your money, and become a nuisance. We have so many of them around Union that are homeless, that are like destitute and like refugee in UAE. So if you are coming for tourists, I would advise, if you have enough money to buy something and resell, it's good for you. Have your market, no purpose of what you are coming. But if you are coming for a job and you don't have anybody here that can link you up, and there's nobody that can link you up,
there's no connection for jobs in Dubai.
So there's no connection for job in Dubai. So the thing is, like, for now, I think one has to be careful because a lot of people deceive people a lot coming. You understand? If you come to Dubai to work, you have to be a technical person in terms of maybe like a doctor, a nurse, And I also advise you have your credential being attested.
When most of us come to Dubai, nobody thinks of attestation. And if you don't have attested documents, you just know that you are
like ordinary labor.
Blue collar jobs.
Yeah.
No white collar jobs because your certifications are not attested. Did you know anything about attestation before you came?
Yeah, I know. Normally, I know of attestation. Take your results to maybe UAEC or to this foreign affairs. They will check it and attest it. There will be a stamp on it, just for employment purpose.
Yeah.
You understand? Like I said, my own. I was not really coming to Dubai to work, but I still came with my credentials in case I got a better offer. But I think one can come. They have good. I think they have a lot of courses here that one can do. That when you do it, you can go to other country and exploit it. So if you come to Dubai as a tourist, if you come to Dubai as just like normal tourists again, try to get some knowledge. You know, you have courses like Barista, like that Barista, you know, I'm hearing it in Dubai for the first time, as in, you know, people that make coffee. Courses does not take months and it's marketable internationally. So if you are coming to Dubai, I will advise you have an extra money to empower yourself. Along the line, within your 3 months of staying, if you're able to empower yourself, because one thing about Dubai, they are so unique that there's nothing free in Dubai. They want to get something from you directly or indirectly before you can get something from them. And I think it's their principle. You understand? You have to pay. And how do you pay? Maybe you do some courses, like this SIRA now is part of the government. Yeah. There are some courses you do, like most of the courses, even you going out and coming in, you're already paying. The accommodation, you are paying. So when you come like that, now try to also empower yourself. Then you now prepare your CV. Luckily enough, you can still get the job because, you know, talk about hospitality, they have so many hotels. And most of the hotels now, I think they belong to free zone. They need people. You know, you can take advantage of it, but come to learn. When you learn, you market yourself. And if you can't market yourself, if you have opportunity to go to other country, your certificate is not useless. It will work for you. So I'm not really discouraging people not to come, because when you come, you have an experience, you have an exposure, and you have an edge. Because here, at least I'm exposed. I've been in Nigeria for years. But when I came here now, I've seen opportunity. Like last year now, I was able to send something to Nigeria, like export. This buyer bought something, bags, sent back home. As I'm talking to you, I've seen opportunity as in export and import, which I can basically go into. Even from here, I can do and send. From Nigeria, I can talk about international business. For me, I'm a business person. So if I have not come, I will not know. You know, and the transportation system is another adventure. I remember I wanted to take a course in my school then. It's a master course. It's called MTP, Master in Transportation. And we're only giving 2 countries to come for our IT. We're giving UK and Dubai, just because of the transport system. And when I came here, it's very, very alarming. The green line, the red line, you know, it's educative. It's something you can, you know, the road transport, look at the car lift system, you know, the system works 24 hours. These are business that one can go to the country and establish. Not everything has to be yellow buses. Okay. It's a place to learn for those that want to learn.
Let me hit the nail on the head. If they ask you, what is this one thing about Dubai or about UAE that you appreciate?
Yeah, you know.
Last question.
Okay, you know.
I wouldn't want people to stay here all day watching this video. I would like to ask you this one question. What is it about Dubai that makes it amazing, that makes people want to come here every day, now and then? And what is one question. What is it that you think if it's done in Africa, you will not leave Africa to come here?
I'll tell you just one thing. It is power and communication and road network. All these things work together. We talk about power. I'm talking about lights. The light in Dubai, it's stable, 100% stable. I can be in my room for 3 days a week with my internet, do my business transaction, communicate. You know, if Africa have stable light. I think, what are we looking for? I can be in my room, communicate to Asia, communicate to London. At least Dubai is good in terms of electricity, infrastructure. You can time yourself. You know, the structure is very stable. I'm going to somewhere I can time myself. You know, I'm going to a bus station, I have the timing. You know, I'm going to use metro, I'm going to use the bus, I'm going to use the car lift. You can always meet up with your appointments.
Thank you very much, bro. I do appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Great to have had you on my channel.
My pleasure.
I hope to see you on your own channel.
Very soon.
This my brother here will be having his channel very soon. I will share the link to his channel down in the description. And if you want to see his channel or want to get to know more about him, you can check his channel. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video, and I hope to see you on the next time I come up again. It was a good discussion with you, and
it's my pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Hope to see you on my
Have a great day.
channel.